Lesson, we're going to look at the coordinate plane. So you should have last year looked at one quadrant. So now we have 4 different quadrants. So today we're going to practice graphing points. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be graphing lines. So we got to know how to graph a point before we can graph a line. All right, so for a coordinate plane, you're going to have 2 points, what are called ordered pairs. The first number is your x. The second number is your y. So the x is just what we call the x coordinate. And then y is the y coordinate. And these are going to be numbers. They can be decimals, but what we're going to see is going to be numbers. They can be positive or negative numbers. You can have fractions, but like I said, we're just focusing on regular numbers. So there's an order what we do. So step 1, start at the origin. So remember, your origin is the center of the graph, which is your 0, 0. Okay, next we're going to move left and right first. And then after that, we will move up and down second. Okay, so we do have an order, and it does matter how you go. So we go left or right first, and then up or down second. Okay, so let's look at the first quadrant. So in quadrant 1, we have both numbers are positive, so we have x and y. Okay, so I'm going to actually let's go through and talk about the quadrants. So quadrant 1 is x and y. In quadrant 2, you're going to have a negative x and a positive y. Quadrant 3 is the bottom left corner. You're going to have a negative x and a negative y. And then in quadrant 4, we'll have a positive x and a negative y. So what you can see is quadrant 1 and 4 have positive x's, but the y's, quadrant 1 is positive, quadrant y for quadrant 4 is negative. Then quadrant 2, the x's are the same, and again, the y's are opposite. All right, so we're going to graph some points. So we have 8, 4. So if we start in the center, we're going to count over 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to the right because it's positive. And then the second one, we're going to go up 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's letter A. Okay, again, so we'll start in, excuse that dot. So we'll start in the center. So B, it's positive 4. So we're going to go to the right 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second number is 8. So we're going to go up 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, letter C, positive 5, positive 5. So again, start in the center. Put a dot at the center. We're going to go right 5 because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go up 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and if you notice, I'm not drawing lines over. I'm not making dots as I go. Okay, my pen is just right above the paper as I'm counting. And so we're counting lines is what we're counting. Okay, so I want you to do letter D by yourself. All right, so next is quadrant 2. So negative 2, so again, start in the center. So we go left or right first, and then up or down second. So we're going to go left negative 2, 1, 2, and then 6 is positive, so we're going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then we're going to do letter F. So again, start from the center. Negative 1 is to the left. And then we're going to go up to positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, letter G. Again, start in the center. Again, negative 3 is to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then positive 5 is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I want you to try letter H by yourself. All right, so quadrant 3, so these are both negative. So we'll go to the left for negative, we'll go down for negative y. So we'll go over to negative 2, 1, 2, down to negative 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So letter I. Letter J is negative 4, negative 1. So start from the center, over negative 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, down negative 1 space. Okay, K, negative 5, negative 3. So again, start from the center, negative 5 is to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 3 is down. 1, 2, 3. Oop, and that is letter K. And I want you to try letter L by yourself. I know there's not numbers on the graph. I haven't mentioned this. Most of the graphs will have numbers. If they don't, it doesn't really matter. You don't need to number it. Okay, just know that positives are on the right, negatives are on the left, positives are at the top, negatives on the bottom. All right, and then do letter L by yourself. So now let's do our last quadrant, quadrant 4. So M, so start from the center, positive 5 is to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 4 is going to be down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, letter N, 3, negative 7, so start from the center. We're going to go over 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. Down negative 7 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then O, 4, negative 2, so we're going to start from the center, go over positive 4 spaces, and then negative 2 is going to be down 2 spaces. All right, and I want you to do letter P by yourself. So we haven't talked about about 0, what 0 means. So 0 means we don't do anything, we stay. Okay, so we've got negative 8, 0, so we start from the center. So first number again, left or right. So first number is negative 8, so we're going to the left, negative 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 0 means we don't go up or down, so that means we stay at that spot. So there is letter Q. All right, so now we have the opposite. What if the first number is 0? Well, if the first number is 0, that means we don't go left or go right. Okay, so we stay in the middle. The second number is where we go up or down. So we're going to go up 9 spaces because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to put a dot. And that is letter R. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple notes, go back and add some notes about which direction. So for quadrant 1, our X, we're going to go right because it's positive. And then for Y, we're going to go up. So I'm just putting a R and a U for right. U is up. And then left, put an L, D would be down. Okay, so quadrant 4, X is positive, so we're going to go to the right. And since our Y is negative, we're going to go down. Okay, quadrant 3, X is negative, so that means it's left. And then since our Y is positive, we're going to go up. And then quadrant 3, negative X, we're going to go left. Negative Y, we go down. So if it's positive, we go to the right and up. If it's negative, we go to the left or down. Okay, so now we're going to get some more practice in. We're going to graph some points. We are going to identify points, and then we're going to identify letters at a certain point.